Hey, it's Amy Keys with the Digital Capital Company, and today I'm going to walk you through how to sell digital products online. We're not going to be talking about selling courses or webinars. This is strictly going to be products such as worksheets, ebooks, anything like that that's a downloadable printable that you want to sell. This process can also be used for free downloadables, but we're just going to take it a step further and add in the pricing component. A big mistake that I see people make is they load shopping cart functionality on their site to sell single products. When you go to the store, you don't get a shopping cart when you're just buying one item. It's overkill, it's unnecessary, and also when you load systems like that onto a WordPress website, it slows everything down because it's meant for a different purpose. You can sell digital products online with a simple form that is connected to a payment processor. In this video, we are using WordPress again, and we're going to use Gravity Forms. You can use something like Ninja Forms. As long as you have a form component on your WordPress website that can connect to a payment processor, you're good to go. I'm using Gravity Forms because I've been using it for years and years, and it does everything I need to do. We're going to use Stripe as our payment processor, and then we're going to use ActiveCampaign to actually deliver the email. So let's jump over and get to it. You'll see here on my page, I have what they now call the Gravity Forms Elite license. It used to be called the Developer license, and that level of Gravity Forms gives you all the add-ons you could ever need. It does everything from email marketing add-ons to CRM add-ons. You can connect to accounting software such as FreshBooks, Stripe, PayPal. You have even things such as Slack. You can do signatures and surveys. This is why I have this level of license, because I never need anything else to do what I'd like to do. You also get a Zapier add-on to really level up your automation. The first thing you're going to need to do, of course, is get your form builder connected. You're going to want to make sure that your Stripe is connected, and as well as your email marketing tool. In this case, again, we're using ActiveCampaign. For all of those, you'll need to make sure that the API keys are connected so that they're going to be working, and you'll find those in the settings of Gravity Forms in this example. What you're going to do with Gravity Forms is click New Form, and it's going to come up, and we're just going to name it everything that we're going to do in this example. We're just going to call the download the Awesome Download. You're going to need to drag in the appropriate fields. We're going to have a name field because I'd like to get people's at least their first name. We need their email, of course. We need to add a product in. Again, this is our awesome download. We're going to make it $1 for this tutorial, and then a way for people to pay. Always make sure when you add in a credit card field, you do something to remind yourself that just because you've added in a credit card field into your form builder, that doesn't necessarily mean that the payment processor is connected. It's easy if you're going fast and building these forms to dump a credit card field in here and think that when people go to pay, it's all set up. You need to make sure that you actually make the connection between the payment processor, in this case Stripe, and your actual form. To do that, we're going to come over here to the Stripe feeds. In Gravity Forms, for each individual form, you're going to have setting options. What you're going to do is just click the Stripe. We're going to add a new feed. And this is what I'm talking about. I have in the past added a credit card field, and just because I didn't have a note somewhere to remind me, make sure I actually had the Stripe feed connected. So we're going to go ahead and create a feed, and we're just going to name this Awesome Download to Stripe. And then the transaction type, this is just going to be a product. Stripe has the ability to do subscription based, but for this we're just doing a product because it's going to be a one-off fee. The next thing you'll see is where do you want to pull the payment amount from. We're just going to use the overall form total in this case. Metadata, I like to use metadata because on the Stripe side, for accounting purposes, I want to see exactly what's happening. So I want to make sure that the person's email is pulled in, and I want to see that the type of product that they're buying is also pulled in. And this is just for reporting purposes on the accounting side. And I can also track how much of a particular download is generating sales. You can choose to have Stripe send a receipt or not. I'm going to go ahead and just add that in, and then we're just going to update the settings. So now we've got our Stripe feed all connected and we're good to go there. Let's go ahead and connect our ActiveCampaign feed. Over here, again, you'll just select ActiveCampaign, and we're going to call this Awesome Download to Leads List feed name. Now, when you first come in, the first thing it's going to ask you to pick is which list in your email marketing tool do you want this email to go into. We have a leads list because people who are interested in this are likely a lead. We want to make sure to map the fields. We want an email field. I'm going to go ahead and map the first name field, and that's all that we ask for. I'm going to turn instant responders off. And then the important thing here when you're using ActiveCampaign is tags. That is the power of ActiveCampaign and other tools like it that offer a tagging system. There could be many instances on your website where you're trying to generate leads, and we want to make sure that we have the ability, when we want to segment different leads into how they became a lead. So I want to know that this person landed in my leads list because they chose to purchase this awesome download example. So I'm going to use the tag lead awesome download, and we're going to keep this up and see how it plays on the ActiveCampaign side in just a minute. So let's just go ahead and update the settings and save that for now. Back over here in our form, we have our fields already set up, and what we want to do is make sure that when a person makes the purchase and hits the button, that they're not automatically sent the download that they purchased. We're going to go ahead and send them to a thank you page. So in Gravity Forms, you're going to do that here in confirmations. The standard thing that most people do is they just automatically show a text field on the page that says, you know, here's your download, or it's coming to you, or thank you, or whatnot. We are going to actually redirect people to a particular page, and that's going to be our thank you page. You just select it in here, save it, and you're good to go. Over here, I've made a demo thank you page here to go over what kind of components you need in this. Now, the reason you want to redirect people to a thank you page instead of just immediately giving the download to them is they're more likely to give you a valid email address if they see that they're going to get redirected and not immediately get the download. That also keeps your list clean. We're going to make sure, again, that we're using the same terms for everything. So whatever you're calling your download, we're going to say thank you for purchasing, or in here you would insert the name. You're going to tell people what's going to happen next. You're letting them know that the download that they bought is on the way to the email inbox. You're going to tell them, look for this email. You're going to say exactly what the subject line is, and our subject line is going to be, here's your awesome download. It'll include a link, and you can let people know if they're having trouble finding it to make sure that they're checking in their spam folder. And then for future emails, you want to let them know to mark your email address as a safe sender. And also on this page, you can show people other ways to get in touch with you. By using a thank you page, you can also show people extra bonus content, such as a tutorial going over the download that they purchased, and any number of things. So make sure that you build a thank you page in. It takes a little bit of extra work, but it's well worth it in the end. We want to make sure that our form is on our sales page. Now, in this example, I'm not going to go over building the sales page because that's a whole special type of thing in and of itself to make sure that you have the page built out properly to get people to want to buy. We're going to assume that you have a sales page built and you've dropped in the form onto that page for people to buy. We need to go over here into ActiveCampaign. And what we're going to do is we're going to build an automation so that when someone submits and buys your download that you're selling, we want to automatically make sure the delivery happens based on the tag that we inserted in the form earlier. We're going to start an automation from scratch. What we want to do here is we don't want to send this automation when someone subscribes to the list, because we may have, again, several different lead magnets or ads or something sending people to our leads list. We only want this information to be sent to people that are entered into the leads list that have a specific tag on them. So we're going to use this as our trigger. What is the tag going to be? That's going to be back over in the form that we set originally. So this is going to be lead awesome download. You want to make sure to copy the tag from your form, and this is going to trigger this automation. We only want it to run once, and we're going to add this to the start of our automation. What do we want to happen once this tag is added to somebody who enters the leads list? Well, we want to send them an email. So we're going to click this, and we are going to create an email to get started. This is not going to be something your contacts will see. So we'll call this delivery email awesome download. I've gone ahead and made a download template. So we're going to use that as the design. Remember, we want to make sure this matches what we said on our thank you page. So it's going to be, here's your awesome download. So this is the template that I've made. Just some key things to point out here. This here is the text somebody sees in the preview of their inbox. So it's always good to make sure that that is here. Here's your awesome download. Again, keep the title and the wording all the same. Make sure you've got a header here. You've got, hey, first name. If you don't ask for the first name in the form, you could just say, hi or hey there, whatever your intro, sounds like yourself. Thank you so much for buying our awesome download. Here it is. We're going to include a link and a button. This is good because when somebody is receiving text-only emails, it will include this. The button's not going to show up. It's just going to be an easier way to show this. And then you're going to let them know that you've got some other valuable content coming their way. This is the email that will be sent on the automation. We're going to hit next. And then you'll just fill this information in. This is all good. The subject line, here's your awesome download. And we're good to go. So we're going to finish that out. Let's make sure we name this automation. This is going to be send awesome download. Let's just go over this again. The person is going to enter the form. They're going to pay for it. And the minute they hit submit, it's going to enter them into our leads list with the tag lead awesome download. Because they have that tag, it's going to send them the delivery email with their download included into it. It won't send any lead that enters that list, only the ones that have this. Here is what it looks like when it comes in the person's email. So here's your awesome download in the subject. And here's our nice pretty email, and they can just click and get the information. I didn't actually connect the download itself, but you would just link it here and they can click and get it. So just to recap, we've got our form over here in our WordPress site. We've got the form connected to our payment processor, which we're using Stripe. We've got our form connected to ActiveCampaign for the email delivery and to set up a real simple automation. We have it redirected to this thank you page over here with these components. And then we've got our email delivering the product. So I hope that shows you a simple way to sell. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you'd like for me to dive a little bit deeper into these individual components, please let me know that as well. Talk to you soon.